and all signs. I thought I might do an all signs. We're going to do health, wealth, and love. For each sign, I'll have timestamps after the live is finished. May go a little bit since we're doing all 12 signs and reading in on that. So, yeah, I am working. Forgive me here because I'm waiting on my new phone holder and tripod to come in. So I'm kind of working with one here that it's a little wanky. It's a little wanky. So again, I will put timestamps in the description box. It takes a little time to go through and do that after the live's over. It's okay. For any of you watching later, I've got a busy weekend. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've got a little party tomorrow. I'm definitely going to read some tarot at that, a little local with one of my best friends is having a Halloween party, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And one of my good friends that I met at my last job is coming over to see me this evening. So anyway, really looking forward. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on, and I'm going to go up a little bit higher so if I have to look at comments I can see them through my bifocals, so I can see if there comes up any comments. But we're going to go Scorpio to Libra, since we are in Scorpio season. Happy solar return to my Scorpios. And I'm going to look at a little bit of health, wealth, and love, and we're going to look at the rest of the year. We've only got about, I'm guessing we've only got, maybe like that. We've only got a couple of weeks left. Couple of months. Maybe something big's coming up in the next couple of weeks for some of you. So let's jump in. You can check your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Maybe that'll be better. Let's try to situate this before I get going. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to roll with it. Messages will be good either way. All right. So let's move into Scorpio. Again, you can check your sun, moon, rising, Venus. You can check your Jupiter if you're looking at money messages. All right. So let's get started with Scorpio. Let's pull you an oracle card here, Scorpio, and see potentially what some of you may be dealing with over the next 2 months, just the rest of 2025. Maybe something from the past is coming up. This could be a communication from the past. You got the third house with sentimental education. It says, but your ability to grasp new ideas is greatly enhanced, learn something new, and teach what you know. I think you're really moving on from past energy, Scorpio, that's been holding you back. Hey, Pam, good to see you. I think you're really pulling back from maybe some things that have been holding you back, Scorpio. It could be about financial habits. It could be old relationships from the past. And it definitely could be, something health-wise. Some of you could be moving on. Now, this could be somebody around you because they're general messages. There could be a communication that really helps you move on from the past, I feel like, Scorpio. I feel like there could be a communication that helps you move on from the past. Let's pull one from, I got this Power of Surrender deck as well. Let's see what the best advice for you to surrender here at the end of the year. We got surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts, and when negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So there is a lot about maybe laying some groundwork for a lot of the signs with some of the astrological energies that are going on right now. And we will be coming out of some of these retrogrades. So there could be a little bit of, things, we get a little impatient. Things aren't moving quite quick enough. And so sometimes we get a little frustrated as well. All right, so let's see. Two of Wands, stay focused on the future. Whatever it is, whether it's health, this one just wanted to pop out, so we're going to say even if it's health, it's money or career, it's relationships, stay focused on the future. For many of you, it may be, I'm going to put that back in there and give it one more shuffle, Scorpio. But for some of you with relationships, maybe you're having trouble moving on from some past energy. It could even be affecting a relationship that just something from the past that's hard for you to let go of. Definitely could be platonic. When I look at love, it could be platonic or romantic. Some of you may be struggling to let go of the past, which is, if there's anything we're holding on to from the past, it does kind of dilute the energy of moving forward in the future. All right, what do we have? Okay. Watch out for your spending through the rest of the year, Scorpio. I'm going to tell you that. Watch your spending. All right. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. That makes sense to me with the Two of Wands wanting to fly out first. Step by step, laying a solid groundwork. Don't try to rush the process of anything, whether it's health, financial, things could move a little slow, Scorpio. I'm not going to lie. Things could move a little slow. And the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that is, hey, Bonnie, is the only knight that is not in motion. And so when we look at that with the Knight of Pentacles, and I always say he's not super sexy, but he gets the job done and he lays the groundwork as you're moving forward, okay? So on a health front, and this, of course, is general messages, so it could be you or if you know someone that's dealing with a health problem. Now, something could come up health-wise here at the end of the year. The Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Judgment, okay? So there could be something. Now, it is something that's fixable. So some of you may find that you really need to maybe refocus. Maybe you're taking a focus on your health. You could be giving up a bad habit. There could be something that wasn't a problem before, but has since become a problem. So I feel like that there could be something with the Moon. Maybe it could be something like, with excess as well. Could be something with excess that you feel like, the Wheel of Fortune's kind of a... whatever it is, I think if there's any kind of health problems that you may encounter, then I think it's something that you can fix, but you're just going to have to make that decision to do it. Some of you may be already thinking, hey, I need to start being healthier. Maybe there's a habit you want to give up that's related to your health. As well as if you've had any problems that you were concerned about, I definitely see getting some positive news that is bringing you answers, especially if it's something you're not sure what's going on, that you're like, man, I'm just not feeling right, but I really feel like something's going on. I actually see some answers coming about that. So, and don't forget to, don't just accept, oh yeah, it's just this or that. If you really feel like something's going on, don't be afraid to advocate for yourself, Scorpio. Hello, silly. Hello. Money. We got the Nine of Cups with the Empress, but we got that Devil coming up. All right. So with the Nine of Cups and the Devil, that can be kind of some excessive energy. So I would say that over the next couple of months, some of you may be really trying to get your money in order. We're just going to look at a general financial sense first, and then I'll kind of see how this applies. Now, there could be a promotion or something like that, or a really good job. Feels more like a promotion or maybe a bonus that comes in. And if it does, I feel like it would come in at Capricorn season. That would be around the end of the year or around Christmas. So, but in the middle, we've got the Empress. So you definitely financially really want to set yourself up for success. If you are trying to get a raise or promotion, and I feel like there is something like that coming in, or there's maybe you could have a bonus that's even better than you expected, put it to good use. Put it to good use, Scorpio. Definitely work on that. There could be a push and pull with the Nine of Cups and the Devil about like, how am I going to spend this? Am I going to spend this on a trip to Cancun? Or am I going to spend this on a home repair, or I'm going to save this for a rainy day, or maybe I need a new car. So again, I think that you definitely really want to put that money to good use. You want to make your money work for you. So there could be definitely a push and pull about maybe dealing with some excessive spending as well. As far as relationships, I definitely do feel somebody from the past may come in, or there could be something that needs to be released. So we got Page of Pentacles, and you've got the King of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And there may be an uncomfortable communication coming up. There may be an uncomfortable communication that comes up. It could be something you've been avoiding with that Three of Swords. That was the third card out around relationships. Some of you may be needing to have a hard conversation with them. It could be a romantic partner. I'm not really getting a single vibe. So for any of you single Scorpios, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not feeling, at least for this coming in, anything new. But there could be some things that need to be talked about, and I feel like maybe you've been avoiding it with the Three of Swords because you're not sure how things are going to go. For somebody, I feel like you're not sure that you're going to like the answer. There is going to be the opportunity with the Page of Pentacles. There is going to be the opportunity for it to come up, and so, of course, it may be a very hard decision, or it could be something very difficult with that Three of Swords. I definitely feel like there could be something going on with family as well. With that, there could be something that definitely needs to be released. Or there is something, maybe there's some trouble in some sort of a relationship. For some of you, it definitely could be a problem with a coworker. Some of you are a friend. Feels more family than that, but potentially there could be there's definitely an uncomfortable conversation. I think there's going to be the opportunity, maybe something that's been bothering you. In a romantic relationship, there could be discussions about money and maybe even an ability. Maybe you're struggling to find agreement. But I do think that by the end of the year, because the middle of the deck is the Justice card, okay, I think there's balance coming in. I think you are going to feel more balanced. I think if you watch your spending, you address anything health-wise, I think there's answers coming. There's a lot of answers. The biggest thing with money is I feel like you know what to do. I feel like you know what you want to do or what you need to do, but there could be that push and pull from within. But this does look pretty good. I think there could be a lot of clearing the air for you in general in your life. Maybe clearing out some bad spending habits, or maybe clearing out some bad, some things health-wise that have been weighing on you, and probably maybe clearing up something, maybe I feel like it would be more romantic or family, maybe clearing the air about something that's been weighing on you or that's been kind of keeping a distance or a bridge in between the two of you. So yeah, that looks pretty good, Scorpio. Kind of starting, I kind of feel that energy, especially with the Justice card in the middle. And there could be something you're not sure that something could be resolved, and I actually feel like it can. It's not easy, and sometimes we just have to do the hard thing. But I do feel that there is that energy that there is going to be the opportunity. For you to kind of start 2026 with a clean slate, which I really like, because 2026 will be a 1 year. So it's all about new beginnings, and maybe it's a good idea to think about anything that you don't want to take in with you over the next couple of months, anything you don't want to carry into 2026. I think you do have the opportunity, Scorpio, to get all that cleared out. All right. Hello, Belinda. You're welcome. All right, we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Let's see what we got from the fundamentals of astrology. What we got? I saw one here that was calling me for Sagittarius. To my fellow Sagittarians. All right. Ninth house, the road less traveled. I like that. Sagittarius, you are the ruler of the ninth house. So this could be that you are really beginning kind of maybe a very different journey. This could be something that you've thought about for a while. Leave your worries on the doorstep. An exciting new journey awaits you. Any of you, I think there is going to be an opportunity. Some of you may have an opportunity for travel here at the end of the year. But there definitely could be something new. I just kind of looked, but the bottom of the deck is the conjunction with an open door. So there is a good opportunity coming your way. An opportunity to maybe do something that's you've been thinking about, or maybe even just an unexpected opportunity. You got that surrender negative thinking. I want one more. And surrender to divine timing. I don't know if this is about you surrendering surrendering to divine timing, or if this is about right time, right place. This is just good advice always for all of us. Surrender negative thinking. If you've got an opportunity that's coming in to make a change that's exciting or feels very inviting to you, then claim that victory and full steam ahead. You don't have time to sit there and decide what could go wrong. Definitely work on thinking about how it can turn out right for you. It's just, we all get twisted up in that. It's a human condition. We know that to manifest, we need to be positive, but it's not always easy. All right, let's see what we've got for, what else do we have for Sagittarius? Oops. That hangman wanted to go out in the reverse, so I'm going to let him. You'll know I normally read the upright. We're going to let him go in the reverse. Let's see what else we have. Could be something very much. Some of you could. I like this. The Magician on the bottom of the deck, big manifestation. It's all in your hands is what I'm hearing with that. The Magician, he's creating the life he wants. So I feel like it's all in your hands, Sagittarius. There's a lot I feel like that you are coming into a place of power over the next couple of months, and maybe you're really gaining control of your life. It could be your health, relationships, or money. You could really be gaining control of your life. I kind of see that definitely on a health front, because we've got the Four of Cups. You're not really happy. Maybe you're not feeling that energy. Maybe you're just, not feeling it, not feeling really great. And we've got you're kind of taking control. Hangman in the reverse, I feel like that this is something you've really thought about, and you are kind of taking action and exploring options. I feel like it's more of an energy thing. So this could be like on an emotional level, or this could be on a mental level. So it could be that I feel like you're really kind of coming out. There could be something. I like the Magician. And I think you're kind of coming out of your shell. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, we got the Magician, the Moon, and the Hermit. So I think there's something, I feel like you're getting more of a zest for life, especially with that King of Wands on the bottom, right underneath those other three. I like the Magician, really lift it up, because the Four of Cups is kind of, not really anything exciting. And I think that there is something exciting coming in. I'm not sure it's on money, but I do think there could be a new love coming in, even if you're not looking for it. We got the Justice with the Tower and the Queen of Cups. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or it could just be, again, we're talking about love and relationships. And this one I feel like is a pure singles message, except for the fact that I do think a relationship probably could turn around. That could be on a romantic or a platonic level. So if there is something you've been struggling about, I kind of see a situation in a relationship could turn around for the better. Maybe really unexpectedly and potentially in Scorpio season, because the Tower is Scorpio energy. If you're on the outs with someone, hey, Tammy, good to see you. Hey, Secret Wallflower, good to see y'all. If there was something particularly in, whether it was romantic or platonic, and there was something that in Libra season, Sagittarius, kind of took a dramatic turn, or there was some sort of a falling out or a disagreement, I definitely can see that healing before the end of the year. So that's good. But I also think some of you have a new love coming in. And whether you're looking for that or not, with the Tower, I definitely feel like it might catch you by surprise. That you're like not even looking. This is going to be for singles. You're not even looking for love. Not even looking for love. I do think you're taking control of your health with that Hangman in the reverse and the Seven of Cups. Feels like more of a mental or emotional way though. Like maybe you're getting out more, or you're becoming more social, or something like that. Now, money, you're really going to, I don't know that your money is going to get to where you want it. I don't know if your money is going to get to where you want it. I think there's improvement. Five of Cups, all is not lost. All right, Five of Cups, all is not lost. Um, don't focus on what's not working financially. Focus on what you have to build from. Don't get discouraged. You've got the Seven of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. I do think things are getting better, not to the degree that you would like. Yeah, I don't think that things are improving to the degree that you really want it to, Sagittarius. This is, I kind of heard that when I went in, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. And you are really going to have to buckle down. Um, I think there definitely could be a little push and pull. If you're not seeing the results you like, you may have to double down. Now, if you're looking to get a raise or a promotion or find a better job, you really are going to have to make sure that you're throwing some energy into it. I would definitely say pull back just a little from these cards, because the Seven of Wands, she just looks pissed in this deck. She looks super pissed. She looks pissed with that. And so it's almost like I feel like financially, the harder you work, the more disappointed you'll be. Okay, so do what you can do, but again, try not to control things too much. And I feel like maybe not be so strict with yourself. Okay. We know with the manifestation and the flow of abundance, sometimes the harder we push, and you don't want to restrict yourself too much. And it just feels like with these three cards, Sagittarius, maybe you're restricting yourself too much. There could be other options as well. Maybe you're trying to do it all on your own. There could be something very helpful. Somebody may, if you're not getting the results you want from job hunting, somebody may have some advice. But this is, whatever you're doing, you could be saving up for a purchase. Don't get discouraged. I don't feel like that you're going to be feeling like really good about where you're at financially. There is improvement though. The Five of Cups, there is improvement. I just think it's kind of going slow and not the improvement you're looking for. So you may not find exactly that job you're looking for before the end of the year. You may not be where you want to be financially. If you're getting a bonus, it's going to be less than what you expected. So be careful, as always, about overspending. But I do feel that was coming through, like just kind of pull back a little bit. Sometimes the harder we try, we kind of get in our own way. I do think y'all might have a relationship coming in though. What's in the middle of the deck? Yeah. We got the Four of Swords. So, I mean, I'm going to tell you, Mercury is in the pre-shadow of retrograde. And it is going to be part of that in Scorpio and part of that in Sagittarius. And the post-shadow phase will not be over till December 17th. So it's going to be all of Scorpio season and the vast majority of Sagittarius season. So there could be slow movement. But this Four of Swords also tells me that, hold back just a little. Don't push too hard. Like where I thought that maybe there was something for Scorpio to double down, for you, I feel like keep doing what you're doing. Release attachment to results. I wouldn't set any financial goals beyond what you already have. Like, don't try to I don't think you should double down. Take a little break. I think there's going to be social opportunities for you, and I wouldn't turn those down to take an extra shift. I don't think it's going to put you that much further ahead, and you could get, a little like, man, Everything I gave up over the last couple of months over the holidays. I missed this party and that party, and I'm not any further ahead than I would have been. So I think it's time for you to kind of relax and have a little bit of fun. But I do think some of you Sagittarians may meet somebody new, and I don't think it's anything you're looking for. I don't know who that's for. Yeah, I just got started. I'm doing Scorpio to Libra. Scorpio to Libra. But I think you do watch Scorpio maybe sometimes. Miss Tammy? All right. It may take me a minute after the live, but I'll definitely get some timestamps in for y'all. Capricorn. Woo, sorry. That's my landlady upstairs, y'all. All right, let's see what we've got for Scorpio moon. I couldn't remember, but you're Sag rising, correct? I think you and I are flipped. I'm Sagittarius sun, Virgo rising, and you're Virgo sun, Sag rising. Let's see what we got for Capricorn. All right. Descendant, lovebirds. Ooh. Whether you deepen your current relationship or start a new one, commitment is in the offing. Maybe some new love, or maybe some, again, could be somebody you're already with, and there's a, and it could be romantic or platonic, but I feel like there is some healing going on, Capricorn, in a relationship. So if you've got a relationship that is ailing, I would guess to say, then I think you could see some light at the end of the tunnel. Somebody that you care about, Capricorn, could be struggling with an addiction, okay? Because the surrender card that came out for you, and maybe some of you with a health sense are, but I kind of feel like it's somebody you're dealing with, Capricorn. Surrender your addictions, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking. Take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Some of you as well could be taken on. I've had some people contact me, about different health messages that have come up in the general readings. And so I know some of you that is on the forefront for you. But I feel like, Capricorn, you may be dealing with someone that is dealing with addiction. Okay? There could be, or there's been an addiction energy in the past. And maybe there, especially if you're dealing with a family member, or a partner that struggled with some sort of addiction. We know they come in all shapes, sizes, and flavors, but especially if you're dealing with someone that is dealing with some sort of an addiction or has in the past, you could be a little bit on guard about the relationship, or maybe being able to trust them again. See what else we get for you. Good news health-wise. Good news health-wise. We got the Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Moon. I'll show you those in a minute. Some of you could be looking for a new job. Maybe not happy in your current one. Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. And let's look at relationships. We got King of Wands. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A couple of sixes, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Oh, yeah, definitely. Some of you could be dealing with somebody new. Somebody new could come in. Or it could be going with a fresh start. Okay, so it could be dealing with a fresh start. Let's go in, since we got that Lovebirds card, and let's kind of start with love a little bit. So you got the King of Wands, we got the Six of Pentacles, and we got the Six of Wands. You're unsure. I feel like that you're dealing with someone, Capricorn, that you're unsure if they've kind of put their addiction behind them. And I'm really honing in on that. I'm feeling it. So you may be unsure that whatever, and this addiction kind of violated your trust, whether it's romantic or platonic. Maybe there was a violation of trust, or you're not sure you can trust them. I do think you are, I would give it, maybe you feel like they kind of took advantage of you. There could have been some situation where they took advantage of you, Capricorn. Could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It could be. Doesn't have to be, though. I do think that I think they, open up a little bit and give them a chance because this King of Wands is very strong. It's a strong energy, and I feel like it is their energy. Six of Pentacles, you don't want to get back into the same old pattern that you had with them before. But the Six of Wands, victory after struggle. I think there could be a relationship that there were addictions involved. And they most definitely took advantage of you. But I do think there is improvement there. Give them a chance. I think that Six of Pentacles, to me, it's kind of like, should I or shouldn't I? Is kind of what I'm feeling off that. But I think there's potential healing. And for some of you, this is platonic. It could be something with a child or a cousin or a sibling, anything, even a parent, or it could be a romantic partner. I don't feel like it's somebody that necessarily definitely it could be somebody you were involved in with the past. It could be somebody that you've stayed involved with as well. And I feel like I think they really want to have you back in their life, Capricorn. And so I think there's a legit energy to that. Could be somebody new coming in. And I would imagine, Capricorn, it's just a feeling I'm getting. If somebody new is coming in, I would think it's probably a fire sign, maybe an Aries, Leo, or Sag. And they may have had problems with some sort of addiction in the past. That's just what I'm getting. Health-wise, there's some good news coming in, Capricorn. I like that. Page of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Moon. Something that really weighed on you. There is a little bit of energy, and it could have been because 2025 was so difficult that I feel like you're having, like there's an ability to trust. I don't know. I think you're very skeptical. That's what I'm kind of getting off the Moon. You can kind of see in this albino way that he's lips are straight across, no smile, no frown. But the Page of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, that this further comes in that some of you may be dealing with someone with an addiction issue. Somebody may be dealing with something with an addiction issue. But I do feel if anybody's having any health problems, there is something coming around. You may hear something around we've got two more super moons, two more full moons. One coming up on November 5th in Taurus and one on December 4th in Gemini. So there could be news around I would say the full moon more than the new moon, but it's a general message. But I do see for the health, this is a reason to celebrate. This is a reason to celebrate. Hey, Christine. Hey, good to see you. I'll be back on Sunday for Sunday dinner as well. I know some of y'all aren't getting notifications. You may try turning off the notifications. And turning them back on and doing all notifications. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't reading for a while, so YouTube's buried me for right now. We got to fix the algorithm. But Sunday dinner, 7:30 p.m. Sunday, if y'all can make it. Central Time. So 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Okay. Let's look at money. Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. I think some of you may be leaving a job or are definitely beginning to get ready to leave a job that's not working for you anymore. It could not be work. Maybe it's not enough money. Maybe it's just a situation where you are just not happy. And I definitely think, I don't know if you'll start that job before the end of the year, Capricorn, but I definitely think you will know you've got a new job going into 2026. So you could get a new job and start it. We do have the Five of Swords. I really feel like, I do feel like that you, something's not working, and it could just be the money. You could be looking for more money, but I definitely think that you probably will be starting the new year if you want to with a new job. What's in the middle that you don't see coming? Changes, things moving forward, things changing. For you, the Devil's underneath the Six of Swords. So we got the Six of Swords with the Devil. So moving forward, even I see that, with the Six of Wands coming up as well, even in relationships and the Moon, even though you may be skeptical or a little bit hesitant about trusting someone new. Or even maybe, everybody's happy about the news, but there's something that maybe with the moon, you're kind of like waiting for the other shoe to drop. I just feel like you've taken a lot of hits in the past year, and you're like, yeah, this is good news, or yeah, it's time for me to move on. And sure, I hear about something that sounds good, and I think that'll be more money or a better work environment or a shorter commute or whatever's good about it. But even when you hear good news, I still feel like it's like a little bit diluted. So try really hard, like we showed, to, kind of watch. If you're going to go into something, you might as well go all in. Might as well throw your whole ass into it, Capricorn. All right. That's okay. We'll be back on. I'll be back on every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Let me move my fan facing me. Oh, it's a little warm in here. This little tarot room just gets a little bit warm, y'all. Congratulations on the move. No, I hadn't posted that many that day. Some people just aren't getting them. I've talked to some people and they're just not getting them. And some people aren't. Yeah, so I don't think I knew about the notifications that I only get 3 in a day. But like last Sunday, all I posted were 2, and one of them was the live. And a lot of you said you didn't get a notification. So I get it. But yeah, congratulations, Christine. Yep, we'll be there the next Sunday. We'll see you when you're able to. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Let's move on to Aquarius. Ooh, okay. Ooh, 5th house, romance is in the air. Could be romance, but it could just be something new, Aquarius. It could just be something new. But it could be a new love. It could be a new job. I feel like it's just 5th house is definitely about creating something new, or maybe even just moving into a new cycle where things are easier. I definitely feel like for you, I mean, I read for Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. This is definitely the lightest energy I have felt so far. Expect old passions to be rekindled. Look for new ones to be stirred. I definitely feel like that there's a lighter energy. It just feels like there's a lighter energy around you, Aquarius. So that's good. Could be a lightening of your load. There could be, maybe you've got some financial burdens and that's being lifted. It's being lifted, Aquarius. All right, we got resentments. Let all those old grudges go. Work on that. You got anything you're grudging on? That's what I feel like. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Some of you may just be getting out of situations. It could be romantic or it could be work. Some of you may be getting out of situations that were weighing you down before the end of the year. You could find a new job. It's like getting a whole new lease on life. So it feels like, Aquarius. That feels great. That feels wonderful. All right, what else do we have for Aquarius? Definite options opening up with the 7 of Cups. I'm going to put that over there. It just flew out. Well, a lot of times when we surrender, we let go of things that are weighing us down, or things that, resentments, or just situations that weren't working for us. We do find a lighter energy. Your energy definitely feels very light. These cards are flipping all around. You may have a job opportunity out of nowhere, or have some unexpected money coming in. Some of you may be working on some health issues. I definitely feel like for you, yeah, some of you are moving out. You're very committed to doing what's best for you. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I like that. 7 of Wands. You've just made a decision. I think you're making very firm decisions about how you want to move forward in your life. health, wealth, or money. Excuse me, health, wealth, or love. So we've got the Judgment card, and you've got the Lovers, and you've got the Eight of Pentacles. So some of you are maybe starting something new. I almost feel like some of you may be starting to work out or get some sort of physical activity. Maybe you're starting to eat better. You may be giving up a bad habit, something that you feel like's been holding you back. I also feel like that you're really putting energy and working on yourself. So even on a mental or emotional front, Aquarius, there could be something where you've just made a decision like, I'm putting myself first. I'm doing what's best for me. And yeah, your energy feels good. That Pluto and Aquarius is treating you well, especially with Pluto recently going direct again. So after a 5-month retrograde. Money looks really good. We've got the Fool with the Eight of Wands and the Empress. Some of you could be getting a better job offer. I definitely feel like some of you could have some unexpected money coming in. Could be a bonus, a raise, a promotion. But some of you are getting an unexpected job offer. And it could be in the company that you're with, but you're getting it in a different department. But you are moving on to better financial times. Some of you may be paying off some bills before the end of the year as well with the Fool, the Eight of Wands, and the Empress. It almost feels like that there is a lightened energy. So I could imagine some of you may meet some financial goals. You may pay off some debt. You may, I don't know, somebody may help you out of a bad situation. Somebody may clue you in on a very good job opportunity. You are really already starting to focus on the life you want. Some of you are getting out of a relationship, and this could definitely be romantic. And you probably will get into a new one pretty quickly, maybe even before the end of the year or early in the 2026. But Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. And I also feel like some of you are getting something off your chest with someone, some kind of communication. Knight of Swords. Watch out. Watch your words, though, with the Knight of Swords. He can be a little abrupt. He can be, a little brash, a little, just like Sagittarius. Nobody would accuse a Aquarius of being a little too blunt, right? Might be a little bit blunt. But some of you are getting something you're releasing some burden. So I also feel like that, yeah, there could be somebody new, or you could be getting out of a relationship. Watch out for getting involved too quickly. You don't want to get into like a rebound situation because your energy is so great leading up to the new year that I would, you want to make sure that you fully put behind. You don't want to carry, remember those surrender resentments. You don't want to carry like old garbage from a past relationship into a new one. And that can be insecurities and doubts and old tape, especially if it's in a new one. You want to let them stand alone, Don't try to compare somebody new to the past. That could really screw up a new relationship for sure. But I do feel like some of you are getting something that there's something you've been wanting to say to someone, and you're kind of getting that off your chest. I feel like you're cleaning house here the last couple of months, Aquarius, on, mentally, financially, and health-wise, in the physical 3D. I mean, you're just like, yeah, I feel like you're cleaning a house, like you're getting rid of a bunch of old garbage. Make sure that, don't go too quickly. And I don't know. Why do I hear do it the right way? Do it the right way. I don't know. Lots of options opening up for you. I definitely feel like that's probably, we know Pluto went direct in your sign October 13th. So yeah, don't try to get it all done at once. Maybe that's what it is. Don't try to do it too quickly. Because the middle of the deck, we got King of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Be careful about, if you meet someone new, I wouldn't jump right into it being serious. Let it evolve. Give it a little bit of time. Make sure you've cleared out anything Don't take anything with, even if you go into a new job, don't take any old garbage from the old job with you, you know. All right, let me get a drink of this water. I get it. I get it. It's tough. Especially if you come out of a period, it's almost like you're having, with Aquarius, I almost feel like it's a reawakening, like you're almost feeling reborn, very excited, very excited. All right. Here we go, Pisces. Yeah, I got on a little bit earlier. Usually I get in the, hey, B. Larson. I know, y'all are not going to see me sideways before long. Thank you, B. Larson. She's sent me a new phone holder and tripod. I guess it may already have arrived. I haven't checked out the front yet, but see you. You're pretty close. We're on Pisces, so we're getting close to your signs. So thank you. That's going to make things better come Sunday dinner on Sunday night. As always. All right. What do we got for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? This one. The open door. The open door. So there's an opportunity. When astrology opens a door for you, walk through it with confidence. Okay. Could be something you're not sure about. Because when I see that message about walk through it with confidence, I mean, just because there's an open door doesn't mean you're going to take the opportunity. So we'll see what's going on there. And you got the Virgo in the reverse with express gratitude. All right, some of you could be from a Virgo. Could be something good coming in from a Virgo. Do know the nodes of fate are in Pisces and Virgo. So let's see what else is going on. An open door. There's an opening. There's definitely an opportunity coming in some area of your life before the end of 2025. Surrender the idea that you can fix someone. All right, maybe it's time to focus on yourself here for the last couple of months. Maybe there has been somebody that you've really been trying to help out. Now, this could also mean with that surrender card, Pisces, that maybe somebody you've helped out a lot in the past is coming in to lend you a helping hand as well. So from somebody that maybe it says it's time for a relationship to shift. And that just spoke out to me. And I was like, man, Pisces, maybe somebody that you helped out a lot is going to come back and give you a helping hand now. Surrender to your intuition. Don't ignore your intuition, especially if there's a new opportunity. If your intuition is saying, no, what's that old meme that I see all the time? It's like whenever you move into something new, you move into your new life, the first there to greet you is fear. All right, so is it a good opportunity, but you're just like nervous and a little bit insecure about it? Or is it really, listen to your intuition? Maybe it is a bad opportunity. Maybe it isn't the right opportunity for you. But make sure that you're, flew out here. Six of Pentacles. I think that is more in alignment. I think you could be getting help from someone that you've helped in the past. I think you're getting help from someone that, it could be about a job, it could be some money, it could be some advice. You could meet somebody new that's very helpful through someone that you've helped a lot in the past. So there's a lot of ins and outs here, Pisces. All right. If you've had problems with health, don't ignore. Yeah, I'll put these up in a minute. If you've got something going on, don't ignore it. Seek a professional opinion, okay? So as well, with that surrender the idea you can fix someone, if someone is not taking care of themselves, you are not going to be able to bully them into taking care of themselves. Just saying. Could be a family member. But you are not going to be able to bully them into taking good care of themselves. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. I think it's very important to whatever plans you have, whether you're trying to get something with a business, with your career, with your health, if you're wanting a relationship. I definitely feel a big single vibe for you, Pisces. And I would also say some of you get a plan together. If there is a plan that's going and it's moving slow, I would revisit that plan, because underneath is the Queen of Cups, so that's you. And also the Seven of Pentacles is about really knowing what you want. It's definitely about really being clear within yourself on what you want. Because even when I saw that Six of Pentacles fly out, it's like, you don't want to be on the fence. You want to know exactly what you want. So maybe really getting prepared. Health-wise, you've got the Ten of Cups, the Sun, but the Seven of Swords. And I almost feel like that this is a very clear message. If you are feeling off kilter or not feeling well, go to the doctor. See what's going on. Maybe you're not seeing as well. Maybe you're not seeing as well. Go to the eye doctor. Maybe you just don't have the energy that you used to have. I think it's definitely, when I see the Seven of Swords, you definitely want to seek a medical professional. If that resonates, you're not feeling like yourself, something's off kilter, get it checked out. Get it checked out. I don't think that with the Ten of Cups and the Sun, I definitely think it's something that's fixable. Even though we got that Seven of Swords there, I still feel like it's something that's fixable, Pisces. Now, also with the Ten of Cups and the Sun and the Seven of Swords, somebody else may not be taking as good a care of themselves as you think they should, and you're not going to be able to bully them or talk them into it. You can give your opinion, but again, surrender the idea you can fix someone. You're not going to be able to control it. You're not going to be able to talk them into it. Just say, hey, maybe somebody around you's got something going on and you're like, I think you really need to go get that checked out. You can be encouraging, but you can't. And they may be like trying to play it off like it's not as bad as what it seems to be. So you could, go see a family member and be like, ooh, you sure hadn't been eating that much. And they're like, nah, it's okay. I'm trying to lose some weight. So they could be blowing it off. Alternately, you or someone else could be going through some depression. And I would say, I definitely feel like for you, you're the first one, Pisces, for sure, that I feel like you really need to seek or encourage someone else to seek some help from a medical professional. Somebody may be going through some depression. Don't try to fake it. I mean, let's deal with it. Maybe glossing something over. It could be you or someone else that you're kind of glossing something over, Pisces. And maybe trying to ignore it and just putting on a happy face and I'm going to get through the holidays and I'll deal with it after the first of the year. I don't think this is something you want to put off. I'm just saying, I don't think you want to put this off, Pisces. All right, just friendly little advice. But definitely, and maybe if you're thinking everything's good, maybe if you haven't had a physical in a while, go make an appointment and get your yearly physical before the end of the year. They could come up with something. I feel like with the Ten of Cups and the Sun, that it's something that definitely can be quickly and easily addressed. But it doesn't seem like you want to let it linger. Yeah. Financially, this looks good. I definitely see some money coming in for you or a new job. Some of you, if you've been waiting on something like an inheritance, we've got the Empress and the Four of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. There could be something coming in. There could definitely be some money coming in. Might be an insurance settlement. It could be something with an inheritance. Some of you just may get a really, really nice financial gift from a friend or family member. I feel like that there's something going on for some of you. Somebody may co-sign for you so that you can, this Four of Wands is speaking like a house or an apartment or something. And I also think that you might hear about a job through a friend or family member, maybe even a Taurus or a Cancer, because that Empress is there. And I get that energy from that. So definitely some of you may, and you may get a promotion. You may be really recognized at work, or a raise or a bonus. I definitely feel like you got some money coming in. And it could be something you're planning for already that you know is coming in. But it could definitely take you by surprise as well. Money looks good. I think you're ending the year financially comfortable. That's what I'm hearing, financially comfortable. Whether it's a new job or it's some sort of money coming in. We got love. We got King of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Lovers. I don't know if you got any new love coming in. I think there is maybe a period of, I almost feel like maybe something might come in early in 2026. I don't know that you're really focused on love right now with that Four of Swords. I really feel like you're more focused on maybe health and money. There could be somebody around you that's having health issues as well. That's kind of taken some of your energy. Okay, so I definitely feel like there could be somebody around you. So you may be more focused on money and health is the kind of energy I'm picking up on. I almost feel like you're taking a break and you're kind of working on you, and you're just not interested in anything. It's definitely a Pisces single. You feel very single, but you're not focused on anything that is not in alignment with where you see yourself going. Like you either want the real thing or you want nothing. All right. So I almost feel like some of you are taking a break. Some of you may be in separation right now from a partner, taking a break. So it feels like even if you're in a relationship, or that could be where you decide to just take a break, not break up, Pisces, but take a break. You could be on break already, though, with that Four of Swords in the middle. I feel like you've just got bigger fish to fry right now, and you're not really completely concerned with love right now. Middle of the deck is the Hierophant, and we've got the Devil. So there could be definitely a bigger focus on money, stability, or family going on right now. You may meet someone, but I would definitely see you taking it slow with Four of Swords on the Lover. If you met someone here at the end of the year, I wouldn't see anything being serious, or that maybe you're not interested in getting serious right now. I definitely feel like you've got other concerns, maybe trying to really establish that stability. All right, that's what I got for Pisces today. And now we will move on to Aries. Aries. Got any Aries placements in the house? Got any Aries placements here? I know I got on kind of in the afternoon early, but my work daughter from my last job is going to come over and see me this evening, and I've got a little Halloween party tomorrow evening. And of course, we'll do Sunday dinner, and then next week I'll start working on the November messages. So keep an eye out for those. What do we got here for Aries? Venus and Aries. Okay. Let's see what we got. All right. Mars retrograde. Tempers flare. All right, Aries. You're going to have to watch your words. Watch that temper. You or someone close to you may engage in inappropriate displays of anger. I think you could, be dealing with some frustrations. You may be frustrated. You've got 12th house. You never know what's going to come in. You could be frustrated. I could be picking up on some frustration. I feel like it's frustration, not necessarily temper, but watch your words. Take a slow boat and dream. So maybe kind of slow down a little bit. Peaceful, tranquil energy gently envelops you. Enjoy your solitude. I felt this kind of with Sagittarius. I haven't read for Leo, so we don't know what's going on. And with all the fire signs, but I definitely felt like there was a slower energy around the fire signs. Oh, yeah. And you got surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. All right, definitely a flow, don't force energy, Aries. Make sure you're flowing and not forcing. I got a little bit to a lesser degree. It wasn't quite as in your face as the Aries message is. Definitely wasn't quite as in your face as the messages. Watch your communications. King of Swords wanted to come out. Alternately, you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius as well. I'll put him back in and see if he comes out. I definitely think you don't want to force anything. You may not be happy with the results. And I don't think that, and it kind of came up with Sagittarius, the more you push, I don't think it's going to gain you any, it's not going to gain you any ground pushing. So this could be within a relationship. This could be in a work situation. It could be financially. I think it's time to, it feels like it's time to decide which direction you want to go, and then let things take what actions you're able to, and then see what happens. All right, what do we got here? Don't get your blood pressure up, Aries. I do sense some frustration. Well, okay, bottom of the deck is the devil. The devil. Don't let everything get the better of you. Watch out, kind of like with Scorpio, in case you have any of that. Watch out for like your spending, because money, you got the Moon, the Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so watch out. There could be an unexpected expense. Definitely everything going on, you know, everything's gotten higher and higher, but there is something about finding a balance. So there could be a balance if you're dealing in a work situation with coworkers. It could be about finding a balance in your spending. I definitely feel like that with your frustration, you could be like wanting to treat yourself. That's a real Nine of Cups energy, about wanting to treat yourself. So I do think that, if you're having a situation financially or at work, this could balance out by the end of the year. I don't know that anything would be right where you want it, or that like maybe you would start a new job, but I do think that financially and career-wise, something could balance out. For some of you, there may be somebody new coming in, maybe a Leo. We got Taurus and Cancer with the Empress, but we got Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Sun. I think it's new. Ace of Pentacles, something more stable. Definitely the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles is very stable energy, and it's somebody that there's an attraction, but maybe a Leo, maybe another fire sign. I definitely think there could be somebody. I feel like it's somebody new. It's definitely a singles message. Yeah. Health-wise, King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. What are you not letting go of, Aries? What are you not wanting to let go of? There you are, King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. I feel like that maybe there's something you're hanging on to. Now, this could be when I felt that you were very frustrated. I was picking up that energy of big frustration. And so maybe there is something where you're frustrated and you're not just releasing. There's like that anger or that kind of slow simmer down beneath the surface. And so there could be something where you're needing to kind of let go of that to bring yourself some emotional calmness. Could be a bad habit. All right. Could be just releasing that control. We know the Four of Pentacles is that greedy little miser that doesn't want, like a dog with a bone. The Four of Pentacles is definitely that energy, like a dog with the bone. So there's something holding on, and it's affecting you either emotionally, physically, or mentally. And that's something that could cause you some extra grief and something just to be aware of. It's not making the situation better. That's all I'm going to say. It's not going to make it better. We got the Moon with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. There could be something unexpected financially to come in. It won't be huge, but it could be something kind of good, like things evening out in the workplace, or maybe like a little something coming in. I don't feel like it's huge, But there could be a little something coming in financially. Little raise, little bonus. Maybe if there's been problems in a workplace situation, it could get a little better, you know. But Ace of Pentacles with the Empress and the Sun, I mean, I think you could have some new love coming in. You may be focused in another area, but it looks like it could come in and be very stable. It's in the middle of the deck. Oh, yeah. Knight of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. And I did pick up on some Aries energy, so that Knight of Wands is fire sign. It could be somebody that's just a little bit younger than you. And it could happen during Sagittarius season, which is only a month away. It'll start November 22nd. So they could be a little bit younger, but I definitely think there is some good news coming in before the end of the year. Again, it's a knight and it's not a king or a queen, so it may not be either in the area that you're looking for, Aries, or it's kind of a small win. But you know what? We take our wins. Oh, I thought I had a card dropped off. It's my little purple dragon. But it could be, I think there's maybe a small win. And that may even just frustrate you even more because it's like, I'm looking for a big win, not a small win. I'm looking for a big win. That's what I feel like I'm hearing from you, Aries. A little frustration. Fire signs may have things moving a little bit slower. We'll see what comes up with Leo when we get there. We're going to read for Taurus now. Whoops. All right. You came in at about perfect timing. We're halfway through. Let's flip this deck around. It has meanings on both sides of the cards. All right. What do you got? You've got Mars. Oh, this is interesting. It was a good time to rethink how you use your energy. Mars retrograde in the reverse. Coming on too strong, try a gentler approach. More of the doormat type, time to assert yourself. You know which side of the coin you are on. You know which side of the coin you're on. Maybe you need to be more assertive. Maybe you need to pull back a little. Okay. Bottom of the deck, let the light back in. Okay. Maybe time to be coming out of hermit mode a little bit. You've grieved a loss long enough. It's safe for you to let go and move on. Rethink how you use your energy. All right. You know which side of the coin you're on. Surrender fear. Maybe you've been thinking about making a change. I feel like some of you may have been thinking about making a change, but you haven't been sure if it's the right thing for you to do. And you could be thinking about everything that could go wrong with that. It says, let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Maybe you've been a little bit hard on yourself, Taurus. Maybe you've been a little bit too hard on yourself. You may be getting out and socializing more as well. I mean, I saw that let the light back in. Maybe you've been a little bit in hermit mode. All right, we got the King of Blades, King of Swords. King of Swords. We'll put him back in there. Let's see. This is the House of Dragons deck. One of the Leo subscribers sent this to me. This was actually the deck that really got me out of my hermit mode recently. Sent this back to me in July. All right, let's see what we have for Taurus. I definitely see we are on the right side. We've got the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. All right. All right. It's under that Hierophant. Ooh, we got the Tower. We're going to go one more. And the Queen of Pentacles. So that's you. So there could be a big breakthrough for you. Some of you may have a big health breakthrough as well. We got the Ten of Wands, it's the Ten of Dragons in this deck, and the Knight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So some of you may be getting maybe some answers to a health situation, or you may be getting maybe like a new kind of treatment. Even with the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, with that Knight of Cups, there could be some answers, is what I'm hearing. I'm feeling like there could be some answers to a health issue. So if you have been having something go on, there could be maybe a new solution. I don't know that you have a lot of faith in it, but you probably are going to try it. I don't know what the results will be by the end of the year, but I kind of see that maybe some of you either are getting some answers finally to a health issue that's maybe been kind of plaguing you. Some of you may try a different medication for something. You may try some sort of different treatment. Even though it's on the career, finance, the wealth part, the Ace of Cups is in the middle. So there's a lot about new beginnings coming in, I feel like. Yeah. I think there is a lot about new beginnings coming in. But some of you may try something. There could be another solution. Don't be afraid if like something's not working. Don't just give up. Something could be weighing on you. Don't give up until you get the answers. I feel like that for many of you, there could be answers to a health situation that's going on for you. But it could be about a different treatment or a different medication. Some of you may move into something more holistic as well. You might move into something more holistic. What's in the middle? We got the Eight of Swords. So there are some worries, maybe about how something's going to work. It's Eight of Swords, and then Three of Pentacles is underneath that. So there could be something, there's definitely some worries going on here at the end of the year about how things are going to work out. I definitely think there's some good news financially. This is like the best area that I got going on for you, Taurus. Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. So I definitely think that you would have some money coming in, raise, promotion, bonus, maybe even just maybe a new job. Definitely a better work environment. Even if you're not moving into a new job, you could have a new income source. Could be just that if something's, there's something good that's going on in your current job as well. So money looks good. Some of you may get some unexpected money because Three of Cups is kind of a reason to celebrate. There could be an opportunity. Maybe some of you are, some of you may get maybe an opportunity for travel. Somebody may get an opportunity for a transfer, could go to a different department or something. Could be a new job. So there's definitely good news on the financial front, Taurus, if that's something that you've been seeking to find improvement in your life or find something new going on. Some of you are letting a relationship go, or you're letting go of something that's been weighing on you. Maybe the relationship's been over. Okay, Eight of Cups is on there. Okay, we got the Eight of Tankards. That's the Eight of Cups. We got the Queen of Wands, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So some of you may be really letting go of something. It could just be something that's over and you're letting go of it emotionally. So some of you may be ending a relationship. Could be with a fire sign. Doesn't have to be, but could be. Somebody could be coming in from the past, trying to reunite. That always happens. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. This could be platonic. It doesn't have to be an old lover. Could be an old friend or family member, as well as some of you may have an old coworker coming in from the past that clues you into a new job. Okay, so there is that energy as well, Taurus, that there could be somebody that's very helpful coming in from the past. Somebody from the past doesn't always have to be bad, y'all. And it doesn't always have to be a romantic partner. I find so often when somebody comes in from the past for me, it's like an old friend. Let me just check my Okay, we're good. We are good. Just checking the battery power. I charged it up before I got on because I'm like, I'm going to be on here a couple hours. Um, yeah, I feel like somebody could come in from the past that's pretty helpful to you. Um, I almost feel like, even as I go diagonal, which I haven't been, but I go where spirit leads me. And with that 10 of Pentacles, that Ace of Cups, and the financial, and the 5 of Pentacles, somebody could come in paying an old debt. Somebody could come in paying an old loan off or something. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. I see some definite improvement financially. I see some improvement, even though it's probably not the end of the line on something health-wise. I do see something new coming in, being able to try something new, or maybe at least like a diagnosis, or yeah, maybe a diagnosis, or maybe some kind of new treatment. Some of you may kind of like, you could have somebody that comes in from the past and says, oh, come see my acupuncture person, or, come do this therapeutic massage. And you're like, well, I'll give it a try, but I don't know. Nothing else has worked, Somebody could even gift you like something like an acupuncture gift certificate, or something with a massage, or something like that really could turn around and you're like, oh, or somebody could clue you in to some, I don't know. I feel like there's something holistic you might try as well. All right, hopefully that helped. All right. Who's that? Gemini. Moving on to Gemini. Yeah, claim that money. Yes. Claim it. Even with the economics right now going on in the world and this country, I'm still thinking the money messages look pretty good. Pretty good. Scorpio and Sagittarius, which doesn't surprise me because Mercury retrograde being in Scorpio and Sagittarius at this end for the majority of the rest of the year. Yeah, I saw slow movement and watching their spending, but that's okay. That's okay. Just setting Scorpio and Sagittarius for a big win in the beginning of 2026. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's see what's going on with Gemini. I used this, a friend of mine had given me whenever I set up the tarot room, and had given me an old drop leaf table to use, and I love it, but I don't always get it quite, All right. Don't forget to like, comment, share, consider subscribing. If you're able to, hype it. Don't forget, Sunday dinner at 7:30 p.m. Central Time this Sunday. Doing it every Sunday, same time, same bat channel. All right. All right, Gemini, this door may be locked. This door may be locked, the square. But you are the key. Persevere and you will meet any challenge. All right. Little 7 of Wands energy. And it could be something with timing, because you got Jupiter in the reverse with recovery. Too much of a good thing. Now is the time to regain equilibrium. Underneath that was Sagittarius in the reverse, which Jupiter does rule Sagittarius, with get intimate. You may really start getting real with yourself toward the end of the year about what's working, what isn't. And, you may have to really get realistic about your health, your money, your relationship. You may really start going deep, Gemini, as you wind up the year, about what you want to put your energy into and what's the best place to put your energy into in the coming year. And we got surrender to what is. Some of you may be pulling back from something. With this door may be locked. It doesn't say it is locked. That card said it may be locked. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So some of you may be really going into kind of a surrender, but I think you're getting realistic. And then you're just like, let me see what plays out with this. Could be in a relationship, and could be with your money. Maybe you're kind of releasing and surrendering those timelines. I don't know. We'll see what else comes up for you, Gemini. It is a little quiet. It is. I don't know. I felt the energy. I was thinking about it last night, Tammy, and I was like, I'm going to just do a health, wealth, and love for the next couple of months before I jump in to November. And yeah, it's kind of the middle of the day. It's on a Friday, so I didn't know. But hopefully, I'll get some timestamps in, so hopefully some people will catch it over the weekend. Good messages. All right. The messages feel very strong. All right, Gemini. Don't overindulge. Got a little bit of a period of waiting. If you're waiting, I almost feel like some of you may be waiting on some sort of money to come in, like it could be some sort of legal settlement, could be about a job. There is a bit of a pause for you. And yeah, there could be somebody coming in new, but I'm not sure they're so good for you. Could just be lust only. I don't think there's anything solid romantically coming in. When I say Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, this could be kind of one of those sex only, and if that's okay, if you're okay with that, that's okay. All right. If you're just looking for a friend or little friends with benefits, I think that could come in. Be careful about falling back on a friends with benefits situation, because you could get kind of tangled up in a little drama, Gemini. I don't think if something comes in, it is not something serious or long lasting. Watch out for getting attached. If you're looking for something solid, don't accept anything less than that. You could get your feelings hurt. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups with the High Priestess and the Five of Cups. And I almost feel like that maybe some of you might be like, well, this is okay. Because, again, I feel like I saw that energy in that message where you're really getting realistic about something and really looking at that. But I don't think that's happening until right at the end of the year. So maybe you're sitting there telling yourself, I don't care, I can do something casual. And then you get into it and you realize, no, I cannot do something casual. Because I think you're going to catch the feels. And I think this person is straight up honest that they're not looking for anything long term. So again, there's nothing wrong if both people are on the same page. But I actually think you're going to get into something and the other person, now put yourself on whatever side of the coin you're on. If you get into something and you're cool with something just being casual, the other person probably isn't, no matter what they say. Bottom of the deck is Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Five of Cups. So be careful about setting yourself up for disappointment. Again, it's about taking a reality check. It's about taking a reality check. And Six of Cups, the Star, and the Five of Pentacles. I definitely think you have very high hopes, but I think that if you're feeling the energy of this reading right now, definitely take a deep reality check and keep your expectations open. And you got that surrender to what is, right? Yeah. Don't get, financially, health-wise, I don't think health-wise you're really attached, but I think you could fall back on some habits that feel good. Okay. I think it could be like, I'm feeling a little bit down, or my life's not going the way it is. This is just the next couple of months, and these messages are prescriptive, not predictive. You can change the whole, if you don't like what this is and you're resonating with it, you can flip this energy around. Three of Cups, Six of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Are you having a good time, or are you masking? Are you using something as a fix-it, a temporary fix? Now, this could be anything you overindulge in. Money, drink, substances, food. It could be anything, that makes you feel good for a short amount of time, Gemini, but doesn't really fulfill that void. Doesn't fill that void for what's missing. Okay, be careful for be careful. Sometimes a pause is fine. It doesn't have to mean I'm hearing this and years ago, and I think about this often. Delayed is not denied. Just because something's coming slow doesn't mean you're never going to get it. Okay, there's a real extreme energy for you. Again, we'll see how it comes with Virgo. Again, just like Sagittarius and Scorpio struggle through this Mercury retrograde, you and Virgo are ruled by Mercury, so you could potentially be struggling. Uranus is moving into Taurus in November, so it could be a good time of reevaluation as well for some of you Gemini placements. But I feel like that, maybe maybe you thought a little fling would make you feel better. Maybe a little partying, maybe a little retail therapy. Maybe, you're kind of eating a lot of really rich food. I would be very watchful and very careful about overindulging. Be very careful about that, Gemini. As well as relationships, I feel like that really, and it could be that, and now you could be cross-watching a Gemini. I don't think if you are cross-watching a Gemini, I don't think that they are bringing a solid relationship to the table. Okay? I don't think they are. But if you think you can handle a casual relationship, I think you're going to get like a harsh reality check that you are not really in a place where something that you're looking for something more solid, whether you're willing to admit it. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of masking over some energy. Let's look at money. Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Four of Swords. I don't think that new job's coming in before the end of the year. I don't think the money you're looking for. I mean, you feel really blocked. I'm sorry, Gemini. I have to read the truth. It can't be all sunshine and flowers all the time because life's not that way. I think this could be easier if you're willing to face reality. And again, Four of Swords is not a denial. So again, very much delayed, not denied. And I think that something could really change if you handle the next couple of months realistically and take a really realistic view of where you're at and get yourself set up instead of maybe trying to avoid the truth of a situation. I think you're going to get your feelings hurt relationship-wise if you avoid the truth. Be careful about who you trust. I mean, even on a platonic level relationships, you could get disappointed. But yeah, I think that the sooner you look realistically at your life, you're going to maybe find some solutions. And I don't think it's a quick fix. I mean, I'll be straight up. There is no quick fix for you that I saw. But that doesn't mean there's not a fix out there. Okay? Sorry. I always wish they can always be great messages, but we're watching tarot to try to improve our lives, hopefully. And it doesn't help us improve to hear just what we want to hear. And maybe you've been telling yourself what you want to hear. And maybe you might continue for a little bit because we don't ever fix anything overnight, but that'll give you a little something to chew on, Gemini placements. I get it. I'm a Gemini moon and I'm Gemini Saturn in the 10th house. So sometimes I can definitely not want to hear the truth. I get it. Who are we on? Cancer. Got any Cancer placements? Now don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me, please. You got this door may be locked. Jack of all trades, master of nine. It's time to pick a direction. Mutable in the reverse. It's time for the chameleon to stop changing colors, choose and conquer. Yeah, I think you've got a big decision to make on maybe the next direction you're going on. Maybe deciding what you really want, Cancer. Maybe deciding, what do you really want? What do you really want out of this relationship? What do you really want out of this situation? What do you really want for your health? Maybe you're having a little trouble committing to a certain path. Surrender your belief in scarcity. No more scarcity thinking. None of that. None of that Five of Pentacles. None of that Five of Pentacles thinking. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. Maybe you really do need to explore your options, okay? In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. If you don't know which direction, some of you could be choosing between people. Maybe you're really wanting to settle down and you've got some options, or maybe some of you are staying in a casual relationship, but you really want a solid one. Make sure that you are not selling yourself short. Maybe you really want a certain kind of job, but you're willing to accept something else. I think it's time, like it's more the Five of Pentacles, coming out of Five of Pentacles, going Seven of Cups, exploring your options thoroughly, and then Seven of Wands. Once you pick something, then that's the direction you're going. No waffling, no waffling, committing to something. Maybe even really like, okay, I want this, but I don't think it's going to happen. And instead turning that thinking around to, well, I want this and I'm going to get it. I don't know when, but I'm going to get it. Yes. Making a very big mental turnaround. Six of Swords with the Eight of Wands. The quicker you make this turnaround, the quicker you're moving on to safer shores that you feel more confident and comfortable in. Okay? All right, put those back in. We'll see if they come back up. All right, health-wise. All right. Oof. Now, I think there's some good news coming in on the money or career front. I don't think the money or the job's going to come in before the end of the year, but I do think it'll come in early in 2026. Maybe Aquarius season. All right, maybe Aquarius season. Especially for single Cancers or people that are struggling in a relationship. I think that, there is somebody coming, maybe not before the end of the year. Four of Swords, Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. I definitely think maybe some of you have, I do think that you're probably a little unclear on what you want. You could have an Earth sign coming in, maybe even a Libra, but also if you've had struggle in a relationship, I do see that coming into balance before the end of the year. Do I see you meeting somebody new before the end of the year? For singles, no. But I do think that somebody could be coming in that it's a very solid relationship if you wait for what you really want relationship-wise. The more we entertain, Cancer, what we don't want, the more we're delaying what we want from coming in. Okay. So Four of Swords, Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're wanting like marriage, committed relationship, a partnership. And I think it could be coming in, but definitely into 2026. I don't think the very beginning of the year. I actually feel more like Aries season. The fourth month, maybe around that full moon in Libra during Aries season. I mean, that's just what it's picking up. I also feel like that you've got other things to be concerned with besides that for the singles, and you know that. There could be some energy at the end of the year to quit chasing things and focusing on what really needs to be focused on, and maybe not. Yeah, focusing on what needs to be focused on. For those of you in a connection, I can see some healing, and you may be involved with a Libra or a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So there's something that needs to be healed, and maybe you do need to focus on that and put more energy. Maybe you've been putting more energy into money, okay? And you need to find like a work-life balance and to be able to spend more time with your partner. There's definitely something, Cancer, that needs to be healed, and there's the potential for it, but you've got to get your priorities straight. So potentially you're getting your priorities straight here at the end of the year. All right, so I think you're not really focused maybe on relationships. I was trying to think who else I picked up on that for. I think it was Pisces. But I can't remember now. As far as money, there's good news, but I think it'll start in 2026, or you may hear about if there is something Cancer with like some sort of legal settlement, it could get resolved here during 2025, but I don't think the money will come in. The job won't start or the money won't come in until 2026, after the first of the year. Three of Cups, the Star, and the Knight of Pentacles. If it's a job or something of that nature, potentially coming in an Aquarius season, maybe toward the end of January, beginning of February. It is moving slow. I think it is worth waiting for with the Star. We got Three of Cups, the Star, and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for. It's worth waiting for. You know, there is about making sure you're putting your energy into the right relationships, the right things. Okay? So there is something about putting your energy there's definitely something about putting your energy into the right areas, the right things. As far as health, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Two of Swords. You know what needs to be done health-wise, but there's a little bit of conflict in doing it. I also felt like for those of you in a connection, in a relationship, there's something about work-life balance, and maybe you're not giving your relationship the energy it needs to grow. All right, so I do feel some of that as well, that there could be a little bit of conflict with, some of you could be very focused on the financial, that you're ignoring your health and your relationship. And there is something about really finding balance here at the end of the year. Bottom of the deck is the Lovers with the Nine of Wands. So I definitely feel like some of you in a relationship. Now, if you're single, don't accept a casual relationship. I don't think that's what you're looking for. Number one, I'm totally feeling that. If you are looking for a relationship, don't accept something casual, because I don't think that's where you're at. But some of you actually really do need to be putting maybe some focus on the relationship. There could be maybe your partner, and it could be you, and maybe your partner's not giving enough attention and you're feeling a little neglected. So there is something that needs to be healed in the relationship, and I think it can be. Yeah. Maybe some things need to be talked about. And what you don't see coming, we got the Sun, Temperance, the Moon, and the King of Swords. If you do not, there could be a little bit of a reality check around the beginning of December, being Sagittarius season. And you could be, I feel like before the end of the year, you're going to find your way forward. I feel like you're going to find your way forward. I don't feel like that you're pushing away everything as much as Gemini, but some of you Cancers may have some Gemini in your chart. Maybe. Some of you Cancers may have some Gemini in your chart. All right. Let's go on to Leo. We got Leo, Virgo, and Libra. And we'll wrap this one up, and then we'll see who can be here on Sunday evening. And again, that Sunday dinner, just for anybody. There's not many people in here today, and that's all right. But if you see this later, I like to say it a couple of times, Sunday dinner. We'll get together. I'll do some all signs, whatever comes up. We can do some personal questions. I know somebody's already reached out to me and they've got a question. They've already sent me a PayPal donation so they get on the list Sunday night. But we'll do personal questions if y'all want. It's not mandatory. We didn't do any last week, but 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, 6:30 Mountain. Come hang with us. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And we had a good one. We had a good one last Sunday. All right, Leo. All right. So you are reaching a goal, is what I'm hearing. Pinnacle success, medium Coley. You are reaching. Okay. Well, we can talk about it. Yeah, I'll talk about it after I'm done with these three signs if you want for a minute. Maybe I'll look into that. But I think the North Node, before we get too much into Leo, I think the North Node is very, and you know, when the nodes of fate switch next, they will be moving into, the South Node will be moving into Leo, and the North Node will be moving into Aquarius. So We are coming up on that, and maybe I want to say at the end of summer 2026. But medium Coley pinnacle of success. You're on the brink of a significant career achievement, expansion, or change. Doesn't have to necessarily be career, but you are reaching some pinnacle of success. I feel like you're achieving a goal, Leah. I feel like you're achieving a goal. Rethink how you use your energy. I don't know. I don't know how I feel, if that's hitting my intuition or not, but I definitely think you're reaching some goal. And maybe with that rethink your energy, you are then moving into where you're like, what do I do next? I've achieved this goal. So this could be something with health, money, or something relationship wise. Maybe you meet somebody new. Okay. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Leo, spend as much time outside as you can. I think it'll be the place you find clarity, and the place that you find some peace. And probably you get out in nature, and I think this is a really pretty image here. Like a nice beautiful meadow there. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy. I think it can help clear your mind. All right, Leah. Yeah. Whenever the nodes of fate switch, they almost go like it's a retrograde. They go backwards. I am... Email me, Tammy. I can send you some definite links that I like on some different sites talking about the North Node and South Node, and also it kind of brings it into like which house they're in. I am a Capricorn North Node and so Cancer South Node, and our South Node is what we come in like something that's a natural ability. Okay. And it's something that's a natural, your South Node is kind of a natural, something that comes very natural and easy to you. It's kind of a gift we come into this life with, is how it's explained. And the North Node is more about your potential and your destiny and something you're seeking. And so it is very significant placements. And, sometimes, there's some good things, it might catch up. I used to do some North Node readings, and I may have to start putting some up for the North Node signs. Again, we'll see. But, yeah, email me and I'll get you some links. I'm sure I have your email address, but just do it so I don't forget. All right, let's go on with Leo. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, opportunities. I think there's opportunities and options coming in. Definitely, especially some of you may be considering moving to a new job. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. What's in the middle that you don't see coming? We've got the Hermit. I would consider all of your options before you make any decisions. You need more information. I feel like that I'm going to look at jobs. Some of you may be thinking about leaving your current job. It could be money. Maybe you're wanting a change. Maybe you're wanting to move into a different career. Don't move. You're not completely on board. I mean, you're not happy. 8 of Cups. But 9 of Swords. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You don't want to... You want to feel good about it. You want to feel solid before you do it. For some of you, you've been there a long time. It seems a bit risky. Definitely want to be conservative. Watch out for your money. There could be kind of an unexpected expense from the past. Could be some money coming into you as well. Like from an old debt. Okay. It's like kind of that kind of stuff, like that found money, or there could be something where you get some sort of a rebate or a refund. It's something very small. Don't get overly excited here. It's not something huge. It's not a lottery win. But it could be something that maybe you had let go of. But it could be an old debt that gets repaid that's kind of been weighing on you. Some of you could get some back pay as well on a job, maybe. I don't know. There could be something where there was an error. I don't think it feels really with your job on that, Leo. It feels more like it could be some sort of rebate or something. Like maybe you paid too much on a loan, or I don't know. It feels like you're getting something back. But I do feel that some of you may be thinking about leaving a job, but I would do your research and I would think things through carefully, and I wouldn't do any impulsive movements with that. Health-wise, we got Seven of Swords, King of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. And there could be something you've been ignoring health-wise. I feel like there could be something you've been ignoring. There also could be something that pops back up that you had a problem with before. And if it does, don't put it off. Get right back on it. Some of you may slip. Maybe you've been really healthy and you may do some slipping during the holidays. But I think that you'll get right back on it. Don't kick yourself in the ass. I mean, say you drink a little too much. You've been practicing a lot of moderation, right? Maybe you need to practice some moderation. You could be another one that's celebrating a little bit too much like Gemini was, or was prone to. I feel like you've almost been on something healthy, whether it was eating or anything like that, and that don't kick yourself in the ass, just like, hey, let me get back on this horse, let me get back on track, all right? I think you could easily get back on track. Some of you may fall off of I don't know, watch out for thinking you feel great and stopping a medication. I don't know why I feel like somebody may be doing that, but watch out for feeling like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good. I don't need to do this anymore. You do, Leo. You need to keep doing it. All right. If you fall off the wagon, whether it's food or whatever it is, then hop right back on. Okay. And you can get back on. I'm not seeing anything terrible, but I do feel that for someone, don't feel like you can go off your medication. I don't think you're going to be happy with the results. Relationships, I definitely feel like somebody's coming in from the past. Oops, what did we lose there? Now I got to find it. Oh, there it went. Knight of Cups. Somebody's coming back in. It doesn't have to be romantic. And in fact, I kind of get a platonic vibe, but they're going to come in. And I think it's clearing up unfinished business. They're maybe not wanting to, because I feel like they're coming in like everything's peaches and cream. I think, Leo, they're coming in like it's all peaches and cream. It's all good. Don't be afraid to address, because you're still a little, like everything's not peaches and cream with you. Okay. I don't feel like everything's peaches and cream with you with that Five of Cups. And also, if someone comes in, you're not exactly happy about this. Like, you don't view it's a good thing. I think they might come in Scorpio season even, so they may come in before the end of November. There could be somebody that you have to see at a family function and you're not looking forward to it as well. But there is maybe something, I don't know. I almost feel like if you're at a family function, there may be some things better left unsaid. There may be some things better left unsaid. But Five of Cups, the Death card, the Knight of Cups, I definitely feel like somebody may be coming back in. We've got Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, somebody may be coming back in. I would say don't hold on to resentments about it. You may need to talk, even though things may better. Maybe you're feeling like things are better left unsaid, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think things are better left unsaid. Yeah. I was making sure I pulled you some cards. I was looking. There is a lot weighing on you. I'm looking at this. This could be why you go off as something. You got a lot on your mind. I really feel like that you could possibly get up in your head. That's interesting. You don't feel like that there's nothing to salvage, but I don't feel like you're exactly happy to see them. So this might have happened fairly recently, like within this year of 2025. What could bother you about it is I almost feel like with this Knight of Cups that they're kind of wanting to sweep things under the rug. Yeah. I don't know. There's some heavy energy around that. More so than even the job. You're definitely not happy in the job or financially, but you want to think carefully. Even if you're just thinking about how you're spending your money, maybe you don't feel like you're getting that there's enough to go around. There is some kind of scarcity thing. Maybe you need to rethink your budget. But I would watch anything impulsive like around money or finances. All right, let's move into Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Every weekend. Hey, that's just a human, we like to, of course we know those excesses come in all shapes, sizes, and flavors. Got the devil there. Whoa, 7 of Wands. You're really going to have to persevere. I saw the devil and the 7 of Wands. So this is about really having to overcome. Not being easy, really having to stand your ground. Really having to stand your ground. Could be financial. The devil does represent those material things. Could be with a Capricorn. Could be in Capricorn season. You may have to really defend yourself or your position during Capricorn season. Let's see what else we got for you. Could be that you're having to kind of defend yourself in a work situation as well. All right, what do we got for Virgo? All right, we got Jupiter in the reverse, recovery. Too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing. Now it's time to regain equilibrium. So it's about finding balance. Oh, interesting, because Pluto is in the reverse on the bottom with balance of power. You or someone close to you may be engaging in power plays, simply refuse to take part. Told you it was that 7 of Wands with the devil. There is something about you're really going to have to defend your stance, or you're going to have to set some boundaries with someone. Somebody may be just jumping up and down all over your boundaries. I mean, you may have to really... Are we still here? Okay. All of a sudden it said reconnecting. I don't know where I lost y'all. What was the last thing y'all saw? All right. So anyway, I do think that with that, we saw that balance of power and the recovery that came up, because I don't know where it cut off a little bit. Maybe it was just seconds. But I do think that maybe something may come up where you're really having to set boundaries with someone, or you may have to kind of tell somebody off. Or, I'm in Alabama now, but I was in Texas, so I stay in the South. And, people like to say, oh, you may have to really have a come to Jesus talk with someone. Ooh, I hope not. Could be somebody, it doesn't have to be at work. Could be somebody, could be somebody else. We got surrender to creativity. Look for solutions with anything you're doing, and maybe thinking outside the box. This could be financially, your health. I felt that with I can't remember Capricorn now. You know, you do so many of these and you go 2 hours in, you don't remember every message. But I know Taurus may be taking a holistic approach or trying something a little bit different. So there could be something like that for you health wise. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So definitely make sure that you are thinking outside the box, and really looking for solutions. You could find a better way of doing something. Stay open to ideas. Now, there could be somebody that's not open to your ideas. You could, I mean, we all need Virgos in our lives. They like to keep us on the straight and narrow. They like to tell us the best way to do things. And I'm a Virgo rising, I know. But I dated a lot of Virgos too. They definitely have liked to tell me how I need to do things better. But somebody may not be open to your ideas. Girl, you just called out one of my indulgences. I love some Mexican food. But I've been doing good, y'all. I've been doing good. I've lost 12 pounds this month, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I've had a lot of trouble, but I've also had a lot go on in the last year, especially. And it's had a hard time. I packed on some weight, and I'm starting to get on the other side of that. All right, Virgo. Oh, this looks interesting. We got the Strength card. All right, and underneath that is the Knight of Swords. I still feel like you may have to really defend yourself with someone before the year's end. It may be at work. We got Eight of Pentacles in the world, but definitely work to look for solutions. I wonder if somebody doesn't want to hear you. Okay, Seven of Swords is after the world. Eight of Pentacles, the world, and the Seven of Swords. So somebody may not want to hear you. Somebody may not want to hear you. Health-wise, yeah. You just like, look at that. The Emperor, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. About getting a hold of some habits. That is definitely calling out what you were just saying. I need to get back on a carnivore diet, but I love Mexican food. The holidays could be difficult. They could really, they could really hit. You may be extra indulgent over the holidays, Virgo. You may need to keep some strict boundaries with yourself the rest of the year. Maybe get yourself, the Emperor, maybe you don't need to be overly strict on things that you cannot. You want to make realistic goals is what I think. And this could be whether you're like, hey, I need to get some exercise in. I'm going to walk an hour 5 times a week. My pen is weighing on me here, so I'm going to take my dragon pen off. And it could be with food or whatever. So make sure that you're not too restricted. Okay, you need to be realistic. So there's got to be a fine balance. Okay, the Emperor, the Nine of Cups, those are two opposite ends of the spectrum. All right, so make sure that you're keeping a little balance health-wise. I kind of feel like you could almost go too strict. And it's not going to make you happy. And you're not going to stick with it if you're too strict. Knight of Cups, you're not going to stick with it. So you've got to find something health-wise, Virgo, where it's kind of in the middle, okay? I think there could be some unexpected some unexpected money, or maybe a promotion or some sort of I almost feel like there could be like some, in a public way, there could be like some sort of, achievement at work, like you could be recognized, get some kind of validation, but there could be some money coming in, and there's money coming in from one source, there's money coming in from multiple sources. So you could get a raise, you could get paid back some money, you could win on a scratch-off ticket. Okay, so I think you've got multiple opportunities. Whew, girl. I feel like there's multiple sources, and definitely some are unexpected with the High Priestess. I also feel like that your ideas, I mean, I feel like that you're trying some different things as well. You may be trying some new things at work that will garner you some achievement, some recognition, maybe even a raise or a promotion, you know. So I definitely feel like you would be recognized. Maybe if you, especially for those of you that don't feel super recognized at work, I actually think you could really come into some recognition. Seven of Cups, Four of Wands, and the High Priestess. But I think you've got multiple, and maybe I think it's unexpected. So again, it could be a raise, or even if it's not big, there could be multiple sources of money. Some of you may be offered another like way to make money. It could be from somebody that you're related to. Somebody could offer you a part-time job if you've been struggling. Mm-hmm. I actually feel like I like the Eight of Pentacles and the World. There could be some money coming from somebody in the past, something you wrote off. I'm looking at this Eight of Pentacles, the World, and the Seven of Swords. Could be from a fire sign. Yeah. King of Wands was underneath that. I do feel like that there could be somebody paying back some money. I still feel like with Leo, you could get some money. Maybe you paid too much on something and you get a little refund or rebate back. Somebody could pay you back money from the past. Again, that with the High Priestess there and the Four of Wands and the Seven of Cups, I think there's multiple money coming into you unexpectedly before the end of the year. We got the Empress, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. You're another one. Of course, we're dealing with that Mercury retrograde. Somebody's coming back from the past to say, hey, maybe happy holidays. We got the Empress, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Could be family. Even the Empress could be a Taurus or Cancer as well. Of course, I think it's going to happen in Scorpio season. Eight of Cups on the Page of Pentacles. Taurus or Cancer, maybe. Empress, it could be a family member. It could be an old lover. For you, I almost feel like it's an old romantic partner, Virgo. I almost just really feel like this could be an old romantic partner. Otherwise, when I've thought about the past energy that's come up in this reading, I thought, well, this could be platonic. Okay. I feel like that there could be, yours feels romantic. I felt like other signs that I've got that past energy, which there's always, we always have people coming from the past, but it feels like it's it's kind of accelerated, or it's kind of more volume during these Mercury retrogrades. But I feel like this was somebody you were pretty invested in. I feel like this is somebody you were pretty invested in. So just to keep that in mind, let's throw a card on that. Because you're the first one, Virgo, that I felt like it was going to be a romantic partner coming back in. I hope you get money from both of them, Tammy. I feel like there's multiple money coming in for Virgo. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, but, we got the Devil. This was something that maybe it was hard for you to get over. The Eight of Cups, even though I feel like it might be happening in Scorpio season, I do feel like this was something that was really hard for you to get over. It may have taken you a long time to move forward. I think you really thought this was going to be it. But the clarifying cards are Three of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles, so they want to get back together. They want to, they want to reunite. They want to reunite. Like whatever they say, they're coming back in to reunite. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. I don't know if they've changed, but I know that you could be a Sagittarius too. I got that Temperance card. If they were involved with someone else, they're going to tell you, well, we're done. I'm not with anyone. We got the Hermit, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. You're not sure about this. It's Virgo with the Hermit, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. You're a little twisted. There's some emotions involved. But I think you're going to see that this isn't for you. I mean, you're going to hear them out, but I don't think you're getting back with them. You're conflicted a little bit. This was somebody, again, I feel like this was somebody that was very hard to get over. And I thought some of the other signs, they could be somebody, a friend or a family member, but I feel like it's straight up romantic partner, Virgo. I feel like it's straight up romantic partner. That may be why you're going to hear from him. Hey, I felt like somebody that owed you money might come back, so maybe he's going to come back and make good. Golly. I don't want nobody from my life back. I'm not interested. There ain't a one of them I'm interested in. I would say it could be Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, or Sagittarius. Those were the main energies I was picking up on, Virgo. You know, 2026 is a 1 year. Yeah, it's a 1 year. So it's like, I mean, I'm all about facing forward. And I've been picking a lot of that energy up in the general readings. A lot of that energy up. And so I think it's definitely all about, I think a lot of everybody's kind of making do. Oh, Lord, so he's got some Sag and Cancer. Man, cops. Don't get me started on those law dogs. Now, some of them are good. About my ex-brother-in-law, I don't know if he's retired yet or not, but he was a cop, or he is still, who knows, because I'm not in contact with my ex-husband or really his family, a little bit, but not, not conversational. He was a good dude. I really liked him. He was Capricorn. He was right on that Capricorn Aquarius cusp. But he was a good dude. I liked him. But I've met a lot of cops that were just kind of in for the power struggle. So I do try to stay away if I can help it. All right, let's wrap it up with Libra. And we did. I was right. We're a little over 2 hours. So I was sure right this was going to take a couple hours. I'm sending those money vibes to you. I hope you got money coming in from Facebook, Ticketmaster, somebody that owes you money from the past. A winning lotto ticket, Tammy. I hope it all comes in. Oh, geez. That's ridiculous. All right. Libra. And I'll put timestamps in if y'all want to come back and check these. Or if you just missed it and you don't want to have to search through it. Just give me a little bit. It takes a minute to go through and get them. But I'll put them in the description box. Thanks for everybody who showed up. Appreciate y'all and hope to see some of you on Sunday night. If you haven't been to a Sunday dinner, they're fun. And we did have a good time. It was, either people I hadn't seen in a while or some new people this last Sunday night. And it was a good group. And that's how Sunday dinners have always been. I'm so glad to be back with them. And I'm glad last Sunday worked better than the previous. There was no technical glitches last Sunday. All right. So Libra, there's no place like home. 4th house. Thinking of redecorating, remodeling, or moving, time to set plans in motion. It's really a 4 of Wands energy. And some of you may be thinking about redecorating your house. Some of you may be thinking about moving. But I also feel like we've got Earth with indulge your senses. I kind of, on the bottom, embrace earthly pleasures, connect to the natural world, manifesting energy surround you. Libra, I really kind of feel like you're starting to feel at home in your own skin. Something is really kind of taking root here at the end of the year. Something is really starting to take root for you here at the end. What do you got from this? Surrender unhealthy relationships. Maybe some of you are setting yourself free from toxic habits, toxic relationships, toxic jobs. So it definitely doesn't just have to be a romantic relationship. Let go of relationships that don't serve you. including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. But you deserve to be surrounded by, maybe some of you have let go of something that you really felt like was kind of holding you back. All right, Libra, maybe something that was like not serving you. And, but there could be, you know, something where you're letting go of that, or where you've really kind of started to become really comfortable with yourself. All right, you're coming out of I feel like there is something where you're like comfortable in your own skin, you know, feeling very comfortable and empowered. Yeah, really taking care, you know, we got the King of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Wands for your health message. So I feel like that's like you're really regaining confidence and you're coming out of, you know, I feel like between the King of Cups and the King of Wands with the Ten of Swords, that maybe emotionally you've gone through a hard time and you're coming out of that at the end of the year. So it feels like definitely with like kind of an emotional mental health kind of thing, maybe regaining your confidence after a hard time. I feel like some of you have made a change or will make a change here at the end of the year that only does, it's only, you know, it's definitely for your own good. It just makes you feel so much better about who you are. You've got a lot of court cards here, so I think you're kind of coming away from other people's opinions as well. I think you're coming away from other people's opinions. Some of you are leaving a job or bad financial habits behind. I wanted one card. Lots of court cards. We got the King and Queen of Swords under money, and the Eight of Cups, and I clarified it with the Death card. So I think you're making a new plan going forward, and there's something, and I think it's in Scorpio season with all that Scorpio energy, because the Death card is that clarifying, and I think you're really transforming. Some of you are making a new budget, you're moving into a new job. I feel like there's a lot where you're really transforming financially. Could be really turning a corner as well. So some of you may be finally leaving a job that wasn't working for you. Hadn't been working for you for a long time with that Eight of Cups, and maybe you just, you know, maybe you left it already and you're seeing the financial transformation here during Scorpio season before the end of the year. But some of you may be really clear. I was looking because in this deck, you know, the King of Swords is facing front and the Queen of Swords is facing to my right. So it's like she's looking toward the future. So I think you're kind of coming up with a financial plan at the end of the year, and you're actually pushing that forward, Libra. And you are maybe really making some big changes in Scorpio season. And some of you may be going to a different job as well, or you could be trying something else. Some of you could see, if you've made some changes during Libra season, you could be seeing some quick transformation financially. We got the King of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Wands in your health. I still feel like you're really gaining your confidence back, and that could be from, I just feel like you're really before the new, it's like you're getting yourself like prepped up, amped up, ready to roll for 2026, leaving behind anything that doesn't serve you. Maybe you were really relying on things outside yourself for your happiness, or kind of throwing a band-aid on things. And now you're really feeling comfortable in your own skin. So I feel like there's more of an emotional and mental transformation as far as your health. Some of you could really be regaining your health after a hard or difficult time. But I certainly feel like the vibe I'm picking up for Libra is more on a mental or emotional. So we've got the Hermit with the Sun and the Nine of Wands. I think that you have decided to walk away from a connection that's not serving you. May have been just casual. It could have been something that was long-term. The Sun is great. It's positive energy, but you know, you hear about that like 15 minutes of fame, 10 minutes in the sun, you know, that little moment, that moment of brightness. I think that there was maybe leaving something superficial, or you are ready for something more solid. Let's get one more card. Yeah, some of you are taking a break from a relationship, letting something lie, maybe reevaluating a relationship, taking a moment to reevaluate a particular relationship. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. I see you really relying more. Embracing the unknown is what I was just hearing in my head, Libra. You're really embracing the unknown. Again, that's good. You get comfortable in your own skin. Of course, you're embracing the unknown more. Underneath it is the Hierophant. You're looking for something solid and stable. I think you're starting to find the beginnings of financial stability. I think you're feeling better mentally and emotionally. And I think that relationship wise, and it could be platonic or romantic, you're removing yourself from something and kind of reevaluating it. Don't know if you're walking away from the relationship. It feels more like you're just taking a break. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely think you're finding more clarity about what you want to do. Man, I love this for the Empress. Underneath all that, the Empress coming in. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. You're taking your time to decide what you want to do, where you want to put your energy into. I definitely think in the next couple of months, you're seeing what is producing in your life, what is abundant, what is increasing, and things that, and you're kind of just evaluating certain situations. I really feel like you're kind of, Libra, looking and seeing like what stays and what goes. I think you're making big decisions. Either, I don't know that I see too much from health. I do see that if you've had some health problems, you're coming out the other side of it here at the end and maybe really kind of seeing where to go. And if you've had a health problem, that's causing you to reevaluate your finances and your relationships. Now, this could be platonic friendships that aren't bringing any value or anything in your life. But I see that you're really taking a look here at the end of the year and you're like, what's staying and what's going? What am I keeping and what am I leaving in 2025? So it's almost like you're doing a real life review. I do feel that you may have come out of a very difficult time, and that has caused you to kind of put yourself first. I think it's causing you to put yourself first and to, yeah, it's almost like a life review, Libra. It's a real life review energy. But I mean, you're coming out the Empress by the end of the year and you're starting off 2026 strong. Maybe one of the best messages. Aquarius had a good message too. Gemini was definitely more conflicted, but that damn Mercury retrograde that's going on has really got Gemini probably the most twisted up. But I think that probably Libra and Aquarius have got you're probably starting the year off the best, ending the year and going into 2026 really strong. All right, y'all, this was good for everybody that showed up and watched their signs, whether you stayed or whatever. I hope to see you on Sunday night at Sunday dinner. We have a lot of fun. We'll just see whatever comes up. I'll do an all signs, whatever comes up. That's interesting. I saw somebody, one of the astrologers I watched was talking about, somebody's like, why is Mercury retrograde so hard on me? And he goes, maybe Mercury retrograde was, maybe Mercury was retrograde in your natal chart. And that got me to thinking. I was like, man, I need to go look at my astrology app and see. Now, Mercury was in the post-shadow phase of retrograde when I was born. And I seem to find that the end of the post-shadow phase is the most difficult for me. And I thought that was funny. I mean, I had to sit there and laugh when I found that out. This was just this week. Because I just seen one of the astrologers I watched talk about that. And they said, well, hey, probably if that's going on, because she had made a comment on one of his videos. And I looked it up and I said, oh my gosh, and I do. It's like 3 or 4 days before Mercury comes out of the retro shade, as they call it, the post shadow phase. I seem to get kicked in the ass. I mean, like everyone. And and so anyway, I thought, okay, that makes total sense. That's why retro shade treats me the way it does. But yeah, I think it's good to see you. Hopefully you can make it on Sunday. But it'll be every Sunday. I mean, that's just the way it is. And it'll be the same time every Sunday. And if I'm not going to go on, I'll announce it the week before, like I should know. Or if I'm sick or something, I'll put something up in the community tab. So if you ever get on and don't see me, just me being sick or something that's an emergency. I mean, I'm pretty committed because I miss those Sunday dinners. But I went through so much in the last year, and it wasn't just about Wigo dying and my cousin dying and friends dying, which I did have an extraordinary amount of people this year pass away. There were other things on a more personal nature that happened, and there was just a lot with me growing and things that had to go. And I moved, and there was just a lot going on. And um, I was like, uh, I just couldn't get into it. And there was a time in probably May or June that I was like, I'm fixing to delete that channel. I don't think I'll ever go back to it. I'm not even just being dramatic. I was like, I just can't see. Maybe I'm just not supposed to read. And every once in a while, somebody would reach out and want a personal reading, or a friend would want me to throw some cards. And if I was feeling the energy, I would do it. And there were sometimes I had to tell people, I can't read right now. My energy's bad. But I don't know. I started feeling it. It's one of the Leo subscribers. She sent me a message on Facebook because we were friends on Facebook, and she said, I've got a deck and I'm sending it to you. She's like, you need to fix the address. What she told me was, you need to fix the address on your Amazon wish list, because she still had the link to my old wish list. And she's like, and you need to fix that address. And I was like, oh, I didn't think about it after I moved. So I finally got it fixed. And I got that beautiful deck, which I love, that House of Dragons deck. And she sent me that beautiful deck. And I mean, it just really awakened. I started playing around with it, just throwing cards for myself. And I'm like, okay, maybe tarot's not over. And that was toward the beginning of July. And by the end of July, I was wanting to put some August messages up. And I thought, we'll see how it goes, because it had been very back and forth energy. And, it's been a growth process, and, the algorithm's not there, but it feels good. It feels good to be back. And I hope that there's continued growth. And again, I've been thinking, yeah, I want to bring Sunday dinner back, and it just wasn't working with the scheduling. And finally, I made it work. And very often, of course, we just have to take control of our lives and make something work. And so I finally made it work. And so, it was a little rocky for whatever. There were some technical difficulties on the first week. And I was so excited too. I was pumped, and then it didn't happen. I was like, damn it. And it could have been user error. It could have been YouTube. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The past is the past. But I was like, and somebody sent me a message, and I wasn't planning on giving it up. But somebody said, please do it again. Don't let this discourage you. And I'm like, oh no, I'll be back next Sunday. And we had a great time on Sunday. We had a good old time. I thought a lot of people were, we were getting some people, participating, which is what we love about Sunday dinner. And, I had some reorganizing and stuff to do this week, but I just decided to get on. And last night I was like, I think I'm going to do a live tomorrow. And in the afternoon, before my friend comes over in the afternoon. I hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks. And before she comes over, and I've got a party, and I'm going to be reading cards at the party. So it's been good. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back for sure. And I'm glad to see, as I was talking to Melanie the other night, we were chit-chatting, doing voice notes and stuff. And, I was like, I'll be glad. I said, I think this Sunday we're going to have some of the OGs in there. And she's like, oh, hell yeah, it's going to be a good time. So I am looking forward to Sunday dinner. And I'll probably do a live next Friday, probably midday again, or in the afternoon, early afternoon, because I wanted to do one on Halloween. I may wait and do it that Saturday. I don't know, but sometime I'll do one. I'm kind of wanting to do it on Friday. Maybe I'll do it Thursday night. We'll just see where it comes up, but I'll probably do an extra one for Halloween. Just pull on some messages. But yeah, Sunday dinner's back. It'll always be the same time. We're just going to keep it there. I picked 7:30, and I'm like, I'm just going to stick with it. But anyway, thanks for everybody here. Let me get off here and do some timestamps. And if you can make it, I'll see you Sunday night. Monday, I will start putting up November messages. So y'all tune in and see what's going on. Y'all have a good week.